I need you to like really fucking beg, and I want to see it in your eyes.
It's hard being a pervert nowadays.
It totally
like,
is.
We want people to see weird, kinky shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's only, edging videos out there. We did a kidnapping video together. Like,
Yes.
I like the darker shit.
Mommy and a nurse.
It's an easy crossover.
There's an easy crossover there,
No one fucks you up like your mom does.
True. True.
For people who are like new to rope, like rope is a higher risk bondage, especially because of all the nerve endings that you have to be careful. You have to really know the human body.
Yes.
Like how it moves, how a person reacts. You have to know like where is certain pressure points and how long a person can, hold that for. And yeah, it does take a lot of like learning and skill to get to a certain level, and then to make it pretty on top of all of it, and then to make it like a sensual experience if it's going slowly, right? Especially during the tying process.
Yeah,
that's where I always struggle with sort of like, okay,
yes,
we're gonna do this for like 30 minutes to an hour just to set up.
Yeah, it's
just
true.
to set up.
It's
Do you
true.
chat during those moments? Do you like bring in some? I have some friends who bring in like teasing, pulling it farther, getting a little closer.
Yes.
Do you have a preference for how you approach the setup process?
It kind of depends on like before I tie with someone, I like to talk about like what the intention of the session will be, or like if they want to feel a certain way or that kind of thing, to kind of understand like the vibe of the session. But a lot of times if it's like someone's first tie, I am like a bit more chatty in the beginning. I'm like, because I want to ask them questions about their body while I'm tying them and kind of get to know them a little bit better. And then I'm like, eventually there'll just be like a drift in conversation and it will go quiet and you'll be in your feelings and I'll be doing my thing. And then we'll just keep checking in on each other, but it doesn't necessarily mean we're like talking the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a preferred rope right now? I know like jute's pretty popular.
Yeah, I definitely use jute. I like the feel of it, the way it moves. I actually started out using hemp, but I hate hemp.
What do you hate about hemp?
It's like heavier than jute, and it kind of smells like cows. I don't like that it
Might
smells
be good
like
for
cows.
like a cacao session,
Yeah.
cacao bondage session.
I don't know. It's weird. It's just a personal preference.
Yeah, and the nylon ones are slippery, and I don't know. Like,
yeah,
I feel like no one actually uses that for a serious rope. What do people use nylon rope for? It's sold everywhere.
I do know some people that use it. I do think it can be useful if you're doing like a lot of bedroom bondage because you can wash it, because you can't actually wash jute. So getting fluids on it is like, well, guess this rope is done.
Yeah, you just have to throw it out. There's no way to treat it at all.
To treat like fluids? No.
Yeah,
or you keep it and it's like that person's rope,
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is your crotch rope now because it was used on your crotch.
Yeah. There's this like hentai I really liked when I was like in high school, I think. And one of the scenes was like a woman walking across a piece of rope and there's like knots on it. And they're just going like back and forth. And it was like that's what you said just reminded me of that. Like, that's her rope now.
Yeah.
No one else is using that.
Yes. That sounds fun.
Yeah, you have your studio in I'm not gonna say the location. You have your studio.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, in Brooklyn. Been there before. It's such a lovely space.
Yeah.
What has been like one of your favorite videos you've shot in that space?
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. Any asylum video I shot, but the first I love doing like set design, and I don't know, I just love art stuff in general.
Yeah, and you have a wonderful set. She has a like asylum corner of her studio
that we built for that video. And yeah, so I basically ended up ordering 4 like comforters from Amazon, just the fake ones, and then we spent 3 days painting them to look like old water stained gross asylum cell paddings. And it looks really good on film. And up close in person, you're like, okay, I get it. It's a little fakey. But like with the right lighting and stuff, it looks great. And that was definitely, I faked the asylum door by just buying a window from like an old door, like with the kind with like the metal in it that looks like a hospital like square thing, and then I just taped cardboard around it and I filmed the beginning scene through it, so you're like looking into the asylum cell.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yes, that one was also taken down because it's too spicy.
Yeah, honestly, my guest is like, I'm emailing people, and I think we have to just like burn onto CDs and DVDs and tapes and ship it to people. Yeah, analog fashion.
Yeah, it's true. I think Cam, one of the other actors in that video, he's going to start making like VHSs of like his videos that have been banned, so you can buy like an old VHS. And I was like, that's cool, but I don't have a VHS player, and I don't know a lot of people who do.
I think the VHS and the VHS player has to like both be for sale on like the sites.
True.
You just have to buy both at the same time.
Yeah. Just like take it to like really old school underground.
Yeah, it's hard being a pervert nowadays.
It totally
like
is.
We want people to see weird kinky shit. Yeah. Like there's only, edging videos out there.
Yes. It's all the fun stuff is banned.
I know. It's too bad. Yeah, for your digital content and your work, you have your fan site website, clip store, all of it.
Yeah. Mostly I focus on more clip video sale these days because fan stuff is exhausting and I don't have that much time. So mostly just videos, video stores, and yeah.
If there's one video you want to recommend to someone right now watching who wants to like see what you're all about, like what video would you recommend?
Oh man,
to start off.
In terms of like rope stuff,
or it can be anything. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I think for my energy as like a top in rope, I think all the rope bondage videos I've shot with Elise from Bondage Liberation are probably the most accurate representation of me fucking around with somebody, because Elise is very, very fun and we have a lot of fun shooting together, and I think that kind of comes across on camera as well. Yeah, and in terms of like the other stuff I'm interested in, definitely the asylum stuff is like, I love it. I love asylum and like medfet play and like kind of dark shit like that. It's cool.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of medfet too?
I do a lot of medfet as like a pro in the pro dom kind of space. Maybe because I have kind of a medical area in my studio.
Yeah,
I get requests for that a lot. Yeah, more so than rope, actually.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm surprised because like I feel like the KissMeDeadlyDoll, like what's publicly shown is a lot of rope, and
well, that's the difference though, I think, between like the social media, like the rope sessions I do are like more like, I wouldn't say necessarily non-sexual, because I think all BDSM has some aspects of like eroticism in it, but they're not like sexual in action. So like your clothes are on, my clothes are on, we're not touching and doing things like that. I think that's like very much social media. Like I get all the queer babies and we love that. And then like in the pro dom space, I don't know, like I feel like a lot of these people aren't even on Instagram. So they just come in, they're like, oh, I saw this asylum video you did with so-and-so and I want that. I'm like, great, I can do that for you.
Yeah. When did you move from lifestyle to pro?
I feel like it's been trickling over. Like I was just doing like the rope sessions. Once I had my studio, I started offering sessions for pay, because I constantly get requests that people who want to tie, and I have no time or energy to do that. So then it became my career when I stopped doing corporate work. And then after that came like requests for more than just rope. And then I was like, well, maybe I could do that. I could do add a little sprinkle of pro doming in there. Yeah, but it's been amazing and super rewarding, and I've been learning new things from people here and there, which is great.
Yeah. I think MedFet is like so much fun. Also a big fan of the asylum stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And in general, I mean, you know, we did a kidnapping video together. Like,
Yes.
I like the darker shit.
Yeah.
What would you say your domination style is right now?
I think in terms of like my topping energy, I definitely gravitate towards like being a little bit mommy, because I'm like,
the nurturing energy is it's coming across.
Yeah, I think I definitely have a nurturing energy. Yeah, and I also, I mean, partly because I also love like family situations that are very taboo. And I think that also comes into like the MedFet aspect, because like a mommy and a nurse.
It's an easy crossover.
There's an easy crossover there, you know, nurturing, but like kind of evil at the same time. I think that's where I go with things.
Yeah, what's the quote? Like, no one fucks you up like your mom does.
True.
True. And also a nurse.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, yeah, the crossover is really, it's just right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a favorite session with a sub that is coming to mind? Maybe recently. I
really get into sessions where I like reactionary people. Like, I have the most fun playing with people who are very like reactionary. I don't like a dead fish. Like people that are just like, and like afterwards they can be like, I had such a great time, and I'm like, really? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, there's
you're
no.
Like, you're giving me nothing. You're giving me no energy. Like, I like to feed off of people's energy in that kind of vampire type way. So always my favorite session is someone who's super reactionary.
Like struggling in the rope
or like just really into it. Like if you're like, beg me for this, and someone's like, please, I'm like, yawn.
Yeah.
You know, like I need you to like really fucking beg, and I want to see it in your eyes that it's like, you'll die if you don't get it. Those are my favorite people. And I've had some like that. I had a session that was like a lot of rope and like a huge panty fetish. And that was so much fun. Because like I feel like when someone has a really intense fetish for something, then you can like really tell that that's like it for them, and it like really excites them. And then it's like, ooh, I found your button, and I'm going to push that button over and over and over to get a reaction out of you.
Did you put the panties like over the head or face? Like, how did you utilize the panties with the rope?
I think I went through 5 different pairs of panties, different rope positions, different places, different amounts
just all over.
Yeah, different amounts of wear. So it was fun.
Yeah, I think the fetish thing is so interesting. I have this one guy who's really into diapers.
Yeah.
And every session is like, okay, I have to figure out a new thing to do with this diaper. And you just go places with it, because it's you have to just like expand this one object to its absolute creative limits for every single scene.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so funny how that happens. So I think to close out, if there's someone new to rope or want to, you know, learn more about it, where would you say is a good place to start?
Ooh, that's a good question. I definitely think it's so important to try to find community in your area, which I know can be really difficult when you live in a small town or aren't really in a kink scene. But trying to, like, I hate FetLife, but FetLife is a good place to find munches and classes. I just think it's so important because there's a lot of people in kink and BDSM in general who prey on new people to the scene to take advantage of. And you'll never really know that if you're just picking someone off Instagram and being like, their allure looks great, I'm going to go to their house alone and get tied. Just don't.
Yeah, use your common sense.
Bring a friend.
Yeah.
But like community will help you be able to reference check people to be like, hey, I'm thinking about tying this with this person. Do you know anything about them? Do they have any consent violations? What's their skill level like? Vetting is like super important, I think, in a kink scene to keep yourself safe and not have terrible, unfortunate things happen to you.
Yeah. I actually do have one more question. Is there anything that, the general public might not know about you that you want to share?
That's a good question. I don't think so. I think I'm pretty out there, like on all my social media platforms.
It'll be plugged below.
Fuck yes. And yeah, I think just like the full breadth of like the things I offer. There's no request that's too weird.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, she is amazingly open-minded and so incredibly skilled. So if you're looking for a nurturing rope top, doll is the person for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Uncensored with MX Tomie. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're a very good sub. And don't forget to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon, and all the other apps that I'm on. I'll see you on the next one.